right, guys, welcome back to Skyrim.
Okay, welcome. What? We haven't even started potentially even thinking about playing Skyrim.
We've thought about it.
Well, we talked about it on, like, an Evolution Worlds episode.
When I talk, I think before I talk.
All right.
Well, anyways, we just did some grinding in Dark Souls and woke up in strange clothes, so I thought I'd make a joke.
Yeah, this is... She does look a little bit like she walked out of Skyrim. I don't know why we're wearing all of this.
Poison resistance.
Yeah,
because we were fighting rats.
Fair enough. I'm gonna have to remember what the hell we were wearing.
That one should be
that one's
consistent.
easy. Sure.
And then I want to say the elite.
It's elite for a lot of stuff, but I think this one when we were playing last was hard leather.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
And then I want to say this was elite, if I'm not mistaken. Assuming that we have enough to carry it.
I'm considering that outfit I had on before where it was like the Firekeeper's skirt and her old black armor and like a hood to be like secondary, like just alt costume grandma. For now.
Yeah, alright, that's fair. Okay, so we have enough to level up.
3 times.
3 times.
We can do it.
So, what do you want to level up?
We can do it 3 times.
Okay, but what
all
do
right.
you want to level up?
Whichever one it was for equip load, strength or endurance.
Equip load is endurance.
All right, you want one in that because I've noticed when she's in her standard stuff, but you have the halberd on, she doesn't roll too good.
Yeah, fair
enough.
enough.
I used the halberd a little bit of that time, so it's like, oh, I'm not rolling
actually,
good.
You know what?
What?
Oh no, it's still going up. Okay, I was gonna. I looked at 66 and thought it still said 65, and was like, oh, it's not going up.
It's
anymore.
going up. It's only a little though.
Yeah. So endurance is up. Do you want to do more strength as well?
I don't know. Okay, so which things are dex weapons and which are strength weapons?
Well, you know what? We'll just. I'm the one holding the controller right now. By the way, we're gonna switch back over to Megan.
Eventually,
part of the way through.
He's gonna force me to do that boss that we're stuck on.
Yeah, but I am. I think I might run us back to the thing eventually. There's some stuff we can do along the way again. I think. So if you open this up and you check, do you see where it says required parameter down at the bottom right? So those typically will tell you what a weapon is going to scale with without looking at the parameter bonus, which is on the left. So sometimes it gets a little bit screwy because like the A, B, C, D, E, and F like rankings tend to be all over the place and sometimes are lying to you.
Okay.
It's a quirk of the game. They don't bother pointing it out, but some weapons scale better than they look like they scale, which is confusing.
This game is poorly designed.
It's not entirely the game's fault in that regard, because there's something going on. I forget what it is. I think it might have something to do with the physics engine. But like the Eito. The katana that we're holding right now does bleed damage, which is auxiliary effects directly below parameter bonus on the left. And it does 300, which is actually really good. And it scales with, you can see right there, the second one, which is dexterity. Okay. First one is strength, dexterity, and then I think it's intelligence and faith after that.
All right. But that's not what I would be using.
The Eito is honestly one of the better weapons in this game. The moveset's real good.
It's not powered up yet. I started with it when I started grinding.
Yeah.
And it was like the moveset's fine. It's not strong enough yet, so I haven't been touching it. Halberd, wasn't that one mostly strength? Yeah.
Halberd is mostly strength, but it does have some dexterity going on.
I actually, for a while, was using the Occult Club because it's really strong.
Up. Well, yeah. That's just a club. That's straight up just
it was
strength.
Literally just I was hitting things.
That's just strength.
For a while, I was using that lightning spear, and you can literally... If you have your shield up, it's a short animation, so I was basically just shish kebabbing rats. I was like, bop, bop, bop. I got all those rats. I'm done.
Here's the thing about weapons that have elementals in this game. They don't scale.
Okay.
So you can see there the parameter bonus is blank across the board. So, I you know what? I don't want to say they don't scale. I think they might scale, but they don't show the scaling.
All right. Well,
something like that.
Unless you intend to grind a bunch of souls in order to upgrade the Eito, I'm going to be sticking with my longsword most of the time.
Fair enough.
That one's equal.
It scales with both, yeah.
It's equal in both. Go back to the Aito. I want to say that one
ended on the wrong one.
Used both, but was slightly better in dex. So that tells me...
Oh, it doesn't use both. You're looking at required. We're talking about parameter bonus. Left-hand side.
Okay. Well, then... Wait, go up again then?
It is identical.
It's identical there, and then the other one's in dex. So I can continue using the longsword, and if I put stuff in dex, it still benefits, but gives me the option of the Aito later.
Yeah.
All right, dex.
Okay, dex.
We're going to be dexterous.
We won't go all the way up for dex, but we will go...
Don't erase that.
God damn it, no. I'm sorry, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. I'm still kind of...
It's been a while
back and forth on this one.
Well, it hasn't been too long, but still.
It's been a bit, though. So, endurance and then dexterity.
Yeah, we've got one more level.
Yep. Do you want to put it into Vit, or do you want to put one more into Dex?
I'm going to leave that one up to you.
Well, let's see, because this will pump HP up to 821, and right-handed weapon with this will go up to 121. So, it's a boost of, let's see, that's going to be 2 points in attack versus... 30 in vitality. Eventually, we will wind up just pumping Vit all the way up and letting it be, but it's harder to deal with enemies that happen to be significantly stronger earlier on, so it might be better, in my opinion, to pump Dex. I think once we hit about 25 on Dex or so, depending on what we decide to stick with weapon-wise, we might start pumping Strength again.
Okay.
I had originally planned to just hit 20 and stop there, but considering that we actually wound up picking up the Aito, it's kind of like, I kind of want to stick with it for at least a bit, because I do appreciate this weapon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
I do that constantly, but I'm surprised when you do. But I get it.
Well,
it's from playing other games,
and also from just the general layout of the controller for the Xbox 360 is a little...
Oh yeah, we're using that, and it's different. It's weird.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
The way you hold it, the way it's sculpted, your fingers rest on basically R2 instead of R1.
Yeah.
It's a little odd.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're even called that. I don't know what they're called on this one.
Oh, no, they're called, like, triggers and buttons.
Okay, either way.
It
rests differently when you hold it, and it's odd.
So this was basically just all that we were doing the entire time.
Yeah. No, I was doing this. Josh was playing Mario Odyssey, laying behind me on the couch.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we got like 30 humanity, so we're good.
Yeah, we should be fine. I'm going to sit down one more time.
Yeah, if you want to continue using that katana, though, you're going to have to buff it. Because
I know.
Because I've got like a plus 10 longsword, and that thing is like a 0 right now.
I know.
But I didn't grind enough for you to get that done. I ground enough to get us 3 levels up.
I know.
And the rest is on you.
All right, then we'll go back over to the thing. What were you saying?
Although we have several large and green Titanite shards that I got off of the slimes in this area.
Yeah.
So, when we get around to a blacksmith, so long as we have the souls, we've got all the other stuff.
Well green Titanite won't help us for this.
Yeah. They drop from slimes.
Yeah.
But, if we don't have enough regular Titanite, we can, buy it, whatever.
Let me think this one through. So, I think the quickest way out of here would probably be to physically go back.
Yeah, I don't see why there would be any other... This area doesn't really... It connects to Blighttown, but then you gotta go all the way through Blighttown.
Yeah, we'd have to go all the way through Blighttown is the issue. I'm just thinking about it now.
Yeah, and fuck that.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to go all the way through Blighttown again?
There's entire sections of Blighttown that we just refuse to touch.
Yeah.
Which, in a way, does feel kind of bad. We should just go through all of the game.
There is a handful of stuff in there that we may, at some point, want to go in and look at, but it's
we'll revisit
not super necessary, though.
Because this game doesn't suddenly get super easy when you backtrack. Not that much, so...
Not really.
It
could definitely get
It'll
easier.
still be worth doing later. Same thing with that part of the depths with all the basilisks in it. It's I kept kind of... staring down that corridor from around a corner with the camera. It's weird. You're having some hard times
I'm
with
having a
those.
little bit of trouble right now, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyways, I kept looking down that one basilisk hall thinking, I should do that eventually, but maybe not now.
No, well, not off cam.
Yeah,
either.
not off cam, and not with, 50,000 souls waiting for me.
Yeah, not if you're just literally walking around with, 3 levels.
Yeah, so, eventually we're going to go to all those weird little nooks and crannies that we've skipped over because they're technically not part of the sequence.
Yeah, well, they are, but I'm not going to say we sequence broke, because that's not quite what we did. It's parts of the sequence, because of the way that this game is designed, that you can just straight up skip if you really feel like it.
Yeah, it's like, we'll go back to the optional little extra pathways someday. But not now.
Yeah, probably not.
Because
right now.
fuck basilisks and fuck Blighttown.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about stuff that we have that we can do along the way that is important and would probably be a good idea to get out of the way. Right?
Should we try it? Oh, we don't have much souls to buy stuff with. Never mind. Not gonna buy nothing.
Well, there's some stuff that we could do over here, and I get the feeling that you were about to ask exactly where I'm headed.
Is it towards that merchant?
Yeah.
What, are you gonna get, fire bombs and arrows and stuff?
No, I'm thinking I'm gonna go get a bunch of arrows, because we have a little less than 100, and it's nice to have more than that. But I'm just thinking about it, and it's like, you know what we never did? That we might be able to do this time, and if we do, we're gonna cut part of it.
Why are you playing like me?
I don't know. I don't know.
You used to yell at me for doing it like this.
I know.
Where you're just kind of circling and smacking their shields and stuff.
I don't know. I'm kind of tired right now. I don't want to have to deal with this.
I made you hold the controller for the backtracking because I know that you're better at this game, and now you're just sort of spiting me for it.
I'm sorry.
It's
There we go.
fine. I mean,
still
even
kinda
I
getting
can
used
kick.
to my controls and everything too.
Fair enough. This was the last thing I played, and I could just sit there and screw up amongst the rats, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, no, nobody would have judged you for screwing up amongst the rats.
Yeah, only the rats could see,
Jeez.
and they don't judge, because then I just poke them with the lightning spear, and they go down in one hit. It's like I was just I had just a shish kebab full of rats, just,
that's gross.
plucking the humanities off of them.
Okay, so we have a bunch of standard arrows. I'm going to get some large arrows as well, which are a little more expensive. We can only get 26. Maybe we'll just get about 133 of these instead. That'll be fine.
Thank you, Kai.
Okay.
Just thinking about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm
Get
gonna
stuck on the
get
boxes.
stuck on the boxes.
That was weird. You should have been able to go through
Yeah,
those.
okay. Sometimes it looks really goofy because this game does have strange little moments where it's like, should you not have just been able to walk through that? Or should you not have just literally been able to break that and move through?
Or
without even rolling or anything like that.
Or you should be able to jump over a pillar, but the pillar, like something knocked over on the ground, a fence, a pillar, whatever, but it's literally an invisible wall.
There is, in Dark Souls 2, and I have not played through Dark Souls 2, I should point this out. Eventually we will do it for the channel, and that would be my first time as well. When we play through Dark Souls 2, there are a handful of areas that I am aware of in that game that are like some of the most disgusting misuses of that. Like there's an area where it's like, hey, you could spend 10,000 souls to get through or collect like 3 magical MacGuffins. And like literally it is a waist-high fence.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, thanks for your waist-high fence problem. So what I'm going to do...
and this is why you got arrows.
Yeah, we will probably speed through this at least somewhat. I don't know.
Gonna play some wacky saxophone music while it's sped up.
Maybe we will. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed through us doing this
Dragon Slayer
goofy
Great Bow.
garbage.
Is that?
It
Can
takes
we use
great
that?
arrows, and I don't want to use
Okay.
great arrows.
Okay.
So the only other bow that we have is the longbow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use
fine.
that. So we're gonna do
we
something
have the
weird.
crossbow, but it's not really good.
Oh yeah, no, crossbow's not gonna work here.
Yeah, it's not.
Unfortunately, yeah. So I need to close the menu, and then go two. Oh, no, that's not right. Two-handed.
I mean,
there we go.
You weren't at full health at least.
Yeah.
So that wasn't too bad.
It really isn't going to help me now either. Okay. So
I hate this. You might want to take the hat off, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I think I might remove Grandma's helmet for just this special occasion. Fine. Because with her helmet on, it's really hard to get arrows to work.
Yeah, well, I usually just don't use the bow, so it doesn't matter so much.
Yeah, no, I understand.
This is her archery hat, I guess.
Something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit here for about 10 minutes and just plink arrows off of this thing's tail.
It's so weirdly animated. Did that even hit?
No, it missed.
Oh.
You'll know if it hits because you'll actually get a number. It's just you have to time... there it is. So that hit. So here's the thing. The dragon's too stupid to look under the bridge. So it's permanently going to just kind of be like this. We could hit this with a sword if we wanted to.
Yeah, if you made sure that you didn't fall off.
Yeah, you have to be very careful about not falling off, though. That's the biggest problem.
Okay.
And then you wait for it, and then eventually the dragon will just get tired of doing this, where it's walking all around the bridge and breathing fire. And, it'll go back to its position. But you kind of have to... It doesn't usually take this long. I don't know what the fuck it's up there fighting.
Itself.
Yeah, it's so angry. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. It might be bugged? I don't think it's... Is it bugged? It's not supposed to do this. The fact that you're
silent should mean that it should not be detecting anything
Well,
right
no,
now.
It detected the fact that you would
Yeah, we shot it,
blood or whatever, but it's like...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, he's just stuck up there. He's not supposed to be like that.
And we're not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, well, that's...
On fire.
I don't care. He's supposed to go back to his position. Oh, my goodness.
He seems like he's lost
he's just
interest.
walking back now. That's so weird. He never... I've never seen him do that. That was like a really intense change in his typical pattern. Okay.
He just really doesn't like you, I guess.
Yeah, once I can get back into the normal pattern for the tail shit, we'll just go ahead and start speeding it up. But until then, you get to watch me fail to hit the tail a couple times. Oh. There we go. So are you going to go back into your normal pattern now?
Can you shoot his tail when he moved?
You can, but he moves quite a bit.
Last time he lingered in that position a while.
Yeah, he did. He super did. All right.
Okay.
So we'll see you guys in a minute.
This is something.
Yeah, it's you're not supposed to know to do this. This was something that was discovered because someone coming down here had the clever idea of, can I kill the drake if I just shoot it in the tail?
It was intended, though, right?
Well, it's nobody in the game tells you about this.
Yeah,
but it's totally intended. Yeah,
this game doesn't tell you much. This game keeps lying to us too.
It's not really a lie. It's maybe a lie by omission.
No, I mean in general, the game lies a lot. Like straight up lies.
Yeah, it will.
This game's it does this.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Oh. Can you hit his wing?
Untruth. You can hit him in the wing, but it doesn't do what we're looking to do. We're just looking to hit the tail a few times.
Yeah.
We're lucky because we have high enough stats, and Dex helps.
Okay, that's good. Then I'm glad that I kept pumping into Dex.
Yeah, but we have enough stats that it shouldn't be like it would if we were doing this at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the game, this can take upwards of 200 arrows to do.
Okay.
But we are not stupid, and we have been pumping Dex.
And also, this would have been too boring to have done
earlier.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't feel like doing this, and then you just kind of never did it.
Yeah, well, I had originally planned to do it, but I kind of just lost a little bit of interest in it. There it is.
I want to go straight to your inventory.
Yeah, so it goes straight to the inventory. We did not kill the drake. I should point that out. He is still very much alive.
Okay. Is that even worth a cut?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. That was actually pretty quick. So because
we were talking the whole time and not about terrible things.
So because we were so far into the game, our stats were high enough that really did not matter in the slightest. That was the easiest tail cut I've ever had for that character. So here's the thing, right?
You said character. Does he
for
talk?
that guy, he's no, he doesn't. I want to say he's unique, and I can't even remember if he actually is. So he drops the Drake sword. Physically, no parameter bonus, so it does not scale, but it has requirements in strength and dex. Yeah. So here's the thing: the physical damage off of this thing is nuts. It's 200, which for just starting stuff is amazing. And then the information on the Drake sword is really good too, because you're getting it off of the guy. So this sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as underdeveloped imitators of dragons, but in they are likely their distant kin.
That's a little clumsy.
The sword is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held with both hands. So here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and put the Drake sword on. We will probably need to heal it after I do this, because I don't know if this is going to completely use up everything or not.